What's going on, boys? I got the MLB picks for you for Tuesday, August 12th. Now, before I get into anything, if you boys could drop a like and subscribe, that would help me out a ton. So if you guys can go and do that before we get into these picks, I'd really appreciate it. Now, just to talk about our picks for today a little bit, on YouTube, we had Brian Reynolds, hitter fantasy score, and we had Max Muncy walk. Max Muncy did get his walk, so he cashed for us. And Brian Reynolds missed by point 0.5, so that's a little bit heartbreaking right there. But we went 1-1, not too bad at all. And then for VIP, we had 4 total plays, 2 separate two-mans. One of them hit, the other one did not. And we went 2-2 as far as the actual props go. So 50% all across the board. I know for a fact we could do a little bit better than that, but 50% can't really be too upset about that. And we did go up another unit in VIP, so that's pretty sick. I want to say we're plus 13 now through the last like 7 days or 7 or 8, one of those two. But I mean, there's only been one day when we went negative in VIP over the last like 8 days, so we are on a pretty nice little streak here. But to get into our plays for tomorrow's games, um, not to waste any more of your guys' time. So our first play is going to be Josh Naylor. We're taking him over 6.5 hitter fantasy score, and this one's pretty clear. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, been playing out of his mind. Only little hiccup in that is that 0 against the White Sox, but 35, 29, those two are ridiculous numbers, and then 15 and 20 are also very, very solid as well. So this dude's been playing extremely well. So I like that a lot, but he is playing Dean Kremer tomorrow. Obviously, Dean Kremer is not a terrible pitcher at all, but against him, Josh Naylor has 9 at bats. 6 of those are hits. So he bats a 6.67 against Dean Kremer. Obviously, 6.67 is a extremely good batting average. And then on top of that, he's got a home run, a double, and then he has a walk. So all stuff that help our hitter fantasy score, obviously. And then on top of that, he's never striked out against Dean Kremer, so that is absolutely awesome. Obviously, he bats about 670, call it, and he's never struck out against this dude. And he's got a decent sample size. Nine's not bad at all. Obviously, like 3 or 4 or under that is like a little bit sketchy, but nine's very, very solid. That's a few games under his belt against Kremer, and he's batted really, really well against him. So I love that a ton. And then obviously, again, he's just been playing really, really well. So I love that as our first play. Super confident in that right there. And then our second play we're going to get into is Spencer Strider. Now we're taking him over 6.5 pitcher strikeouts. Um, Obviously, his last 2 games, not too good. 6 against Milwaukee, really not too worried about that. Again, guys, if they're missing by 0.5, it's not that big of a deal in my mind. That 3 against KC kind of sucks, and then 7, 8, 11. So he's not been doing too bad, but obviously I do have another reason for liking this, as per usual, guys. He's playing the Mets tomorrow. The Mets batting has been extremely underwhelming this year. Obviously, they have a really, really good batting lineup themselves, but just overall as a team, their batting has not been very good. Now, Strider has played them 2 times this season already, and in both of those games, he's had 8 strikeouts. So that bodes really, really well for us, obviously. And then in the last 5 games that he's had against the Mets, he has 8, 8, 6, and then another 2 games with 8. So he's averaging, I think that's just like a hint over 7 strikeouts a game against the Mets in his last 5 games. So this one seems pretty easy for us, boys. I'm not going to lie. Obviously, he's already played him 2 times this year. He's struck him out 8 times in both of those games. So this one seems pretty easy for us, not going to lie. Obviously, coming off a pretty lackluster last 2 games. But again, guys, his games before that really, really well. And obviously, it doesn't really matter what he does against the other teams. It matters what he does against the Mets, and he has been pitching really, really well against the Mets this season. So I'm super happy about that. Now, just to run over these 2 plays for you guys, obviously Josh Naylor, more than 6.5 hitter fantasy score. He bats nearly a 670 against Dean Kremer, so that's absolutely awesome. And again, he has been playing out of his mind, so I love that one a ton. And then, like I just said, Spencer Strider, more than 6.5 pitcher strikeouts. Obviously, he's played the Mets 2 times this season, and he has struck them out 8 times in both of those games. So that is absolutely awesome. Now, as per usual, boys, the link to my VIP and the link to Chalkboard are both going to be down below if you guys want to find either of those. Obviously, like I said earlier, we had another positive day in VIP again today. That is like 7 positive days in the last 8 days. So that is absolutely sick. Obviously, Going positive is great. Doesn't really matter how much money we're making. Obviously, that all depends on your guys' unit sizes, but as of right now, we are up plus 13 units in the last week or so. So not crazy gains, but we're still positive, so that's absolutely sick. And then obviously just to talk about Chalkboard really quick for a second for you guys. Obviously, like I've said in my last few videos, they have switched how they do the promo codes. So if you guys want to go download Chalkboard and throw in my code SBL, you guys are still going to get all their free picks they put up for every single sport every single day. That does not change. However, no more deposit match. It's just switched to a free $20. Again, I've said this in my last two videos. The deposit match is only as good as you guys make it. It's only as good as however much money you guys put in, but this free $20 is literally a free $20. Right here it says no deposit required, so you guys don't have to put anything in. It's just a free $20, which is absolutely sick. Love that a ton. And then obviously, like I was saying yesterday, I went into a lot more depth in my last couple videos, but those promo packs that they put in are absolutely sick, boys. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the end of yesterday's video. I talk a lot more about the promo packs in depth, but those promo packs are absolutely sick. I love that. But other than that, guys, I've got nothing more for you boys. So I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow.